Good morning. Actually, I am traveling to.
Brother James
Good morning. Actually, I am traveling to Downtown University. That's why I'm late today. So last Saturday class, HOD sir has taken or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, na. Okay. So actually, the notes already I have shared with you. So we are discussing about theodolite, isn't it? Theodolite is finished. Latitude departures. All the formulas, I think I have discussed all the formulas, isn't it? So today we are going to discuss about curve. Okay. So let me share my notes. So in exam, all the questions will be on MCQ type. Okay. Okay. So what is curves? Actually, curves are provided to fund the alignment along roadways and railways. Okay. So curves are usually can you see my screen? Are you able to see my screen? Let me
Yes, ma'am.
download it. Then we can. Uh, I think already we have the PDF. Oh, sorry. Okay. So curves are usually employed in lines of communication in order that the sense of direction at the intersection and straight line shall be so generally to provide some curves, to provide some turning, and to raise the slope, we use curves. The lines connected by the curves are tangential to it and are called tangents or streets. So necessity of curves. Why we require curve survey? So generally, excessive cutting and filling can be prevented by providing chains in alignment by curves. Cutting and filling means artwork. We are discussing about artwork. So before going to construct any road, we have to excavate, isn't it? For the alignment of road, we have to remove the art. We have to make a proper straight align, isn't it? So that is your cutting and filling. So excessive cutting and filling can be prevented by providing the change in alignment by curves. So next, the obstruction which came in the way of straight alignment can be made easier by providing bypass with the help of curves. Okay, in the straight route gradient are made more comfortable and easy, providing diversions with help of curves. In the strict route, costly land comes in a way then it can avoid it by providing diversions with the help of curves. Next, types of curves. Generally, we have two types of curves. One is your horizontal curves, and next one is your vertical curves. So, under horizontal curves, again it is classified as simple curve, compound curve, reverse curve, transition curve, combined curve. Okay, and in the vertical curves, we have summit curves and valley curves. We have summit curves and valley curves. Okay. So now let's discuss what is simple curve. A simple curve consists of a single arc. You can see in the figure, it is having one single arc and two tangents,
Ma'am, we can
T1
see
and T2.
nothing.
So that is your simple curve, and normally represented by the length of its radius by or
Hello,
by
ma'am.
degree of,
Ma'am,
yes.
we can't see your screen, ma'am.
Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I don't know why I have shared. Let me again stop and share again. Now, now,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. So these are the different types of curves. Already we have, I have told you, horizontal and vertical curves. And next one is your simple curve. That is represented by single arc. Okay. And in compound curve, it has two arc. So a compound curve, you only require the definitions. Okay. Definitions you have to remember. A compound curve consists of two arcs. Can you see in the figure? It has this one is another curve, this one is another sorry arc, isn't it? Having different radius R1 and R2, and it is joined. These two arc is joined. These are the T1 and T are the tangent point. So this type of curve is called compound curve. Next is a reverse curve. Okay, so a reverse curve is composed of two arcs, which you can see the two arcs in the figure. This one is the arc and this one is the arc. R1 is the radius of this arc and R2 is the radius of second curve. And these are joined, and they are bending in opposite direction. Okay, with common tangent at their junction. So common tangent at the junction means this P point. Okay, so this type of curve is called a reverse curve, which generally reverse curve is like this. Okay, this is another curve, this is another curve. Two radius is there, but in opposite direction. Nomenclature of curves. So a curve, how can you define a curve? A curve is designated by its angle subtended by a chord. Okay, so curve means suppose example 2-degree curve. 2-degree curve, we can say 3-degree curve, like that. Okay. So these are the nomenclature. R is the radius of the curve. These are the R radius. D is the degree of curve. What is D? This one. This angle is called the degree of curve. Mn is the chord length. Mn is the chord length. And P it is middle point. P is the middle point of the chord. Okay. So these are the general nomenclature. Again, when d small, sine d by 2 may be taken approximately, and a radius of curve is, the formula is 1719 divided by d. What is d? What d is the degree of curve. So this is the relation, very, very important relation between radius and degree of curve. 1719 divided by d. Okay, R equal to 1719 divided by D. So that is your degree of curve. If Mn equal to 100 links, R is expressed in links, then degree of curve is defined by this formula. Okay, so approximately. Suppose a curve having radius r equal to 600 meters. Then a curve of 600-meter radius is equivalent to 1.92 degree curve. Okay. Nomenclature of circular curve. The straight line AB and BC, AB and BC are connected by the curve. A curve called the tangent or stretch of the curve. The point B at which the two tangent lines AB and BC intersect is known as the point of intersection or the vertex B, where the two tangent meet is called point of intersection. Okay. Distinction not required. Not very important. Let me see what. Okay, there are procedure how to set a curve. The definitions are not here in this. Okay, if the curve deflects to the right of direction is progress survey, it is called right hand curve. So basically, the definitions of about curves are given here. Elements of the curve and method of curve ranging. How can you range a curve? The method of setting out curves may be divided in two classes according to the instrument employed. One is the linear or chain and tape method. Another is angular or instrumental method. Okay. Linear or chain and tape method means linear methods are those in which the curve is set out with chain and tape only. And angular instrumental method, we require theodolite. Okay. To find out the angle, we require theodolite, and that is your angular measurement. Next is your peg interval. It is usual practice. Okay, not required. Location of tangent point. To locate a tangent point T1 and T2, the procedure is having fixed the direction of tangent procedure, they must meet the point B. So we have, what is the procedure? Set up the theodolite at the intersection point B. That means here. Measure the angle of intersection T1 B2. T1 BT2. That means T1, this angle you have to measure. Okay. Find the deflection angle phi. This is your deflection angle, and deflection angle is always given as phi. Calculate the tangent layer from the formula 4. So here the formulas are not given properly. Let me check another. I have shared another notes of curves, isn't it? So let's move to that observing irrigation theodolite. Have I discussed about trigonometric theodolite? The constant, additive constant, multiplying constant. All these are I have finished, isn't it? Are you studying or not for exam?
Doing, ma'am. But it's very difficult,
Yeah. We-
especially for survey, ma'am.
Yes, this one what I have prepared.
Ma'am, your notes are very, very long.
No, I have not shared. Okay, that's why it is not visible.
No, notes are very long. The notes that you sent earlier is
Yes,
very
it
long.
is okay if you study the notes only. Okay, for exam, study thoroughly notes. Okay, the curve surveying. Let me share the notes. Already definition of curve I have discussed. So same points are given here. Types of curve already I have discussed, but let me show the nomenclature of simple curve and definition of notes. Yes, this figure are what I have required. I'm searching. So definition and can you see my screen? Are you able
Yes,
to?
ma'am.
Okay, so definition and notation of simple curves is there. So, this is the deflection angle or central angle. Sorry, so sorry. This is not deflection angle. Definition of a simple curve. That is the deflection angle. That note is, and this is the apex distance, apex point. And this is the central angle, okay? Delta is the angle, and this one is the tangent length, point of curve, point of intersection of two sections, two tangents. Okay. Designation of curve. Arc definition and another is chord definition. So arc definition is given by central angle subtended by a circular arc. The angle at the center of circular arc subtended by the chord length. This is the arc definition. This is the chord definition. This one is the chord, isn't it? Elements of curve survey. So the angle of intersection plus deflection angle is always 180 degree. Okay. And the central angle equal to the deflection angle. And tangent length is given by r equal to 10 phi by 2. Length of chord, the formula is twice r sine phi by 2. Length of the curve is given by pi r phi divided by 180 degree. And apex angle formula is to find out the apex angle r sec phi by 2 minus 1. First side of the curve is r first sine phi by 2. Elements of curve surveying. This is the point of intersection, deflection angle, chord length, radius, already these things are discussed. Method of setting out curve. So already I have told you there are two methods. One is linear method, another is angular method. In linear method, we use Sein and Tapp. In here, we use Sein Tapp along with a theodolite. Okay, theodolite. Method of setting out curve, linear method. In this method, only tape and chain is used for setting out a curve. Angle measuring instruments are not used. Main linear methods are by offset from long chord, by successive bisection of arcs, by offsets from tangents. Method of setting out curves: offset from the tangent, long chord means. So here this is the arc, these are the two tangent, these are the radius, and this is your long chord. From long chord to the curve, we have to set out offset, perpendicular offset. Okay? And that will give your curve. Method of setting out curve: R is the radius of the curve, O or naught is the mid-ordinate. So there is one formula to find out the ordinate distance. Ordinate distance, that is your root over R square minus X square into R minus R naught. By successive bisection of arcs. So this method is by successive bisecting the arcs, we can find the curve. Join the tangent point T1 and T2 and bisect the long chord at D. Erect perpendicular distance DC at D equal to the mid-ordinate. Join T1C, T12 and bisect them. Actually, what happened in previous year students, whenever they are in 6 semesters, there is one subject that is called your survey, that means field work. Only survey practicals are they have to conduct. But in the revised syllabus, there is no such type of field survey actually. Okay, but this one is required, very required. Then only you will know how to set out the curves. Okay, let's see. Method of setting out curves by offset from tangent, radial offset, perpendicular offset. In theory, we have to study the theoretical part only. Method of setting out a radial offset. Here they have used some software. Okay, these methods are required, but what are the other topics? Let me discuss. Okay, these things already I have discussed. Yes. The curve serving is here. Curve serving unit 3. Okay, next is let's see what is transition curve. A non-circular curve of varying radius introduced between a straight and a circular curve. So transition curve generally provided in between a straight and a circular curve. Okay, that is your call transition curves. And for the purpose of giving easy changes in direction, easy changes of direction is called a transition or Eastman curve. It is also inserted between two branches of a compound or reverse curve. Okay. So advantages of providing transition curve. The transition from the tangent to the circular curve and from the circular curve to the tangent. It provides satisfactory means of obtaining a gradual increase or super elevation. Discomfort to passenger is eliminated. Danger in derailment, side skidding, overturning of vehicle is eliminated. There are three types of transition curves. One is a cubic parabola, cubic parabola, cubic spiral, and next one is lemniscate. And what is super elevation in a road? This one is important. In whenever you will be in sixth semester, one subject is there called highway engineering. I think of fifth semester you have highway engineering, then we will get about the super elevation or CAM. When a vehicle passes from a straight to a curve, it is acted. Suppose from a straight in a curve, then by a centrifugal force, so there will be some centrifugal force in addition to own weight by acting through the center of gravity. And this is acted through the center of gravity Z. Okay? Center of gravity Z. Okay. And raise above the inner one. The raising of the outer edge above the inner one is called super elevation or climb. The amount of super elevation depends upon the speed of the vehicle and radius of the curve. Next one is vertical curves. Vertical curves are provided to change the slope in the road or maybe or may not be symmetrical. They are parabolic and non-circular. So there are two types: sag curve, summit curve. Okay, these are a modern electromagnetic distance measuring instrument is there. Total station. So in our survey lab, we have a total station. What is total station? Accurate gathers common errors of survey. Disadvantages: line of sight is required for long distance. Heavy rains can disrupt the service. Other wireless electronics um, what may produce disturbance. And GPS surveying, these things will discuss by our HOD sir. Okay. Okay, these notes again I'm going to share with you. Okay, study regularly for your exams, and we will take another class next week maybe. So all of you write your enrollment IDs. All of you type your enrollment IDs. Done? Anyone left?
Yes, ma'am. Roll number 90.
Okay, 19. Enrollment IDs given. Write your enrollment IDs in chat box. Roll number 19. Those who have already written, they can leave.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
Do you yes? Do you have any question?
नहीं मैम रिगार्डिंग प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम कब होगा वो
Yes.
मतलब?
I think it is not decided. I think maybe after theory exam.
मैम हम लोग
Only
प्रैक्टिकल बुक्स तो आप
practical
लोग पास है ना?
books तो practical books से हाँ वो जो theory practical related जो subjects है manuals था ना manuals दिया था 2-3 वो है
हाँ
और
मैम
actually
मैनुअल्स
practical
वही
तो नहीं हुआ है this time practical is not complete practicals are not completed so we that means viva will be based on theory portion only okay
मैम वही मिस हम लोग ये मैनुअल को भी पीजी में छोड़ के आ गया था ना
मैनुअल के बारे
ये
में कोई
बिहू का
प्रॉब्लम नहीं है तुम लोगों को अभी थ्योरी में वाइवा होगा वो लैब के बारे में लैब के वाइवा में भी थ्योरी के हिसाब से पूछे ठीक है
ओके ओके
वाइवा
तो अब जितना
ठीक
पढ़ा सो थ्योरी में पढ़ेगा ना?
हाँ what is
ओके
surveying basic common questions surveying types of surveying theodolite what is theodolite name the parts of theodolite like that
ठीक है थैंक यू